Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear about the impact on the state and of Maine and federal employees amid that ongoing government shutdown.
Plus, an intense moment for a driver on I-95 south in Orono as their vehicle caught on fire while driving.
And October is Pedestrian Safety Month. What drivers should know now that it gets darker much earlier.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. We'll have those stories and much more coming up. But first, a check of that forecast. A little chilly this morning, but it's going to turn out to be a nice sunny day today. And I looked ahead on the forecast. Looks like we'll be up near 80 degrees again.
I know, the whole weekend
by the end of the weekend.
Nice. Yeah, it's wild.
Bring it on.
Let's turn things back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment. 922-2043. Alrighty, here we go. We have a frost advisory posted until later on this morning. The winds in these areas have gone calm and the sky is clear. Perfect recipe for frost to develop. We also have a small craft advisory up until later on this morning. Some high surf alerts as well, with a hurricane further out towards sea. Imelda definitely stirring up the ocean. On land, high pressure keeping us in dominant control, so the sky is crystal clear this morning. A lot of sunshine will be on the way yet again. The northeast very quiet this morning. Farther down toward the south will steer the map. That's Imelda right there. Just went through Bermuda, so definitely stirring up the ocean this morning for us. Meanwhile, Futurecast, a lot of sunshine on the way for us today, with a partly cloudy sky coming up later on tonight and the sunshine on the way again as we head towards your Friday. Hourly forecast moving forward for today. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures not as warm, only into the 60s during the afternoon. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you much, Devin. We'll see you later on. The federal government is officially shut down after lawmakers failed to pass a funding bill. The shutdown is already impacting thousands of Maine employees. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
As of midnight Wednesday, the U.S. government is shut down, triggering a ripple effect that is impacting services and putting thousands out of work.
The bill upon reconsideration is not passed.
The political parties have been in a bitter standoff over health care spending. The Maine Center for Economic Policy says without action, millions will see premiums spike or lose coverage altogether.
This is about health insurance, and it's about making sure the executive branch honors the Congress's power to purse.
Federal officials say amid the shutdown, Acadia National Park will remain mostly accessible to visitors, and Social Security, VA, and Medicare benefits will continue, but some services will be limited.
If this goes on long, there will be, potentially very important programs like Medicaid and Medicare could be jeopardized.
Maine is home to more than 10,000 federal employees. Many workers deemed essential, like TSA agents, will continue to work without pay. It is unclear how many are being furloughed.
What we know is that there is potential for additional economic harm as a consequence of the shutdown if it is prolonged.
Senator Angus King and Senator Susan Collins voted in favor of the funding bill to avoid the shutdown. However, Senator King describes it as one of the most difficult votes he's made since he's been in the Senate. Maine lawmakers and organizations are calling on Congress to quickly find a resolution.
The partisan dysfunction has reached the point where we're now at jeopardy for losing vital service for Maine people.
Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
People across the state are searching for answers after 250 state of Maine election ballots were allegedly delivered to a Newburgh woman in a private Amazon package. Officials have released limited information and have not confirmed the validity of the allegations, but the Secretary of State's office has released the following statement. Quote, "We are aware of the serious allegations that packages of ballots were received by a private citizen. Law enforcement is investigating the matter." We also spoke with the Secretary of State yesterday, and she told us, quote, "Safe and secure elections are my top priority. As soon as we become aware of these ballots being sent outside of the appropriate chain of custody, I immediately initiated an investigation through my Secretary of State's Law Enforcement Division. Law enforcement is working diligently to determine who is responsible, and they will be held accountable. We will not stop until we have answers."
Northern Light Health and Anthem Insurance have agreed to a 30-day extension. The two sides were facing a deadline of October 1st. Without a deal, Northern Light doctors and providers would have left Anthem's network, impacting employer-sponsored plans, individual coverage, hospital outpatient departments, and Anthem's Medicare Advantage plans. But on Wednesday afternoon, the companies announced in a joint statement that they've agreed to push that deadline back to the end of October. Representatives from both organizations had been scheduled to brief the public before the state's Health Coverage and Insurance Oversight Committee in Augusta. That hearing was postponed once news of the extension came down. If no agreement is reached by October 31st, both groups will be called to appear before that committee on November 6th.
The public has a right to comment. Legislators have a right to comment. This is something that affects our constituents very significantly, particularly mine in the Bangor, Herman, Penobscot County area. So I think it's important to keep their feet to the fire.
Mills also weighed in, saying she met personally with representatives from both sides, urging them to resolve this stalemate and to reach a fair and equitable agreement once and for all.
Meanwhile, multiple crews responded to a wildland fire in Trenton yesterday afternoon. According to the Trenton Fire Department, crews were dispatched at 3:05 p.m. for a brush fire that was actively spreading on the Jordan River Road. The blaze spread rapidly, and eventually air assistance was called in from the Maine Forest Service. No injuries occurred during the fire, but almost 4 acres of land had burned by the time the fire was contained at 4:21 p.m. Firefighters say windy, dry conditions made the fire spread quickly, and they are taking the time to remind folks to be cautious about fire danger this fall.
When the winds pick up, it's a high fire danger. Even if you're having a campfire or a warming or cooking fire, we have to make sure that that fire is completely out, attended at all times, just to make sure that we don't have a dangerous situation.
Right now, it's not known what caused the wildfire, but Chief Heckman says most wildfires are caused by humans and are preventable. Check with your local fire department before burning anything outdoors, as many towns have banned outdoor burning at this time due to high fire danger.
An intense moment for a driver on Interstate 95 South last night. According to officials, the driver pulled over and got out of their vehicle safely before it became fully engulfed in flames. Look at that video. Lieutenant Andrew Bronston of the Orono Fire Department says crews were dispatched to mile marker 192 southbound just before 6:30. After their arrival, the fire was completely knocked down in just over 10 minutes. Traffic was restricted to one lane while crews battled the blaze, but was quickly reopened. Bronston says there are no injuries reported.
A crash in Carmel shut down part of I-95 North yesterday afternoon. Maine State Police received the call just after 3 p.m., reporting a single vehicle crash in the median from the northbound side of the interstate. Both lanes were initially shut down while a Lifelight helicopter landed on the roadway. Our reporter that was on the scene observed a Toyota Matrix with Vermont plates and significant damage. Police confirmed that a single occupant was in the vehicle. Our crew on the scene saw the occupant extricated from the car and loaded into the helicopter for transport. Traffic returned to normal about 45 minutes after the incident. We will bring you more information as it becomes available.
For those who've traversed Green Lake's more than 3,000 acres in Hancock County and wondered how the water level is controlled, our Doug Banks spoke with the man responsible for that. He also gives us an inside look at where the water goes and how it supplies electricity to hundreds of homes.
On the eastern end of Green Lake sits the Green Lake Dam, which is currently lowering the water levels from its summer levels of between 6.2 to 7.2 feet. By October 15th, the water levels
will be at the bottom of the gauge. which there's no problems this year. It's been really dry.
Green Lake's water travels through this penstock for a quarter mile at around 10 feet per second. Into here, a turbine turning all the water pressure into electricity that goes to the grid and powers roughly 300 homes.
The grid is the interconnected electric circuits that supply power to most people.
The power station also provides water for the Green Lake National Fish Hatchery. It maintains the dam, the lake, and its wildlife.
We are a steward of the lake.
His father owned and operated the dam and power station beginning in 1984 until Kleinschmidt took over in 2005. It was then, he says, differing opinions about the water levels were raised. But while Kleinschmidt controls the levels, he says he must adhere to the guidelines set by resource agencies and organizations, both public and governmental.
We have a daily logbook that we keep. We're actually running it in some ways tighter than my father did. And my father ran it tighter than Bangor Hydro used to. There are a few entities that have to have a very well-rounded, balanced view of the lake and how it's run. And this company is one of those entities.
In Ellsworth, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
October is Pedestrian Safety Month, and the Maine Bureau of Highway Safety is reminding drivers that it gets darker earlier, and it's especially important to look out for people who are walking in or next to roadways. In the past 4 years, 14% of Maine's traffic-related fatalities were pedestrians. Maine Bureau of Highway Safety Director Lauren Stewart says, quote, "Pedestrian safety is a two-way street. It is important for drivers to be extra cautious on roadways that have a lot of foot traffic. Pedestrians want to do everything they can to be more visible. Bright-colored clothing and flashlights save lives."
There will be some big changes this year during a big fundraiser for the Bangor Humane Society. Paws on Parade will still take place this weekend, but unlike previous years, participants are being asked to leave their dogs at home. It's because of an outbreak of canine parvovirus, which is highly transmittable and can also be fatal to dogs if left untreated. The event on the Bangor waterfront this Saturday will feature a walk, vendors, and food trucks. Pet owners can carry pictures of their dogs if they want, or they can bring secured cats or other small animals since they can't get parvo. Proceeds from the event will help the Humane Society care for more than 2,000 animals annually. Catherine Ravenscraft, the Director of Development and Communications for Bangor Humane Society, will join us a little later on in the program to tell us more during our Pet of the Week segment.
The time now is 8:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Husson University hosted a blood drive on campus in collaboration with the Red Cross.
We'll hear why it's so important, but first another check on that forecast. A beautiful day ahead today. Mostly sunny skies with highs around 63 degrees. It will be partly cloudy tonight with lows dropping down to around 40. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warmer with highs near 70. We'll be right back.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's Kitchen, Bath, and Flooring Division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Tired of your internet service constantly letting you down? Those other providers may promise the world with their flashy advertisements, but are you truly having a good customer experience? Fear not, because there's a new player in town. Introducing GoNet Speed. No more endless hold times or automated responses. We're here to listen, support, and provide you with the exceptional service you deserve. Our fast, reliable fiber internet, it's mind-blowing. Let us show you what true internet satisfaction feels like.
At China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, we're serving up your Chinese favorites. Our food is delicious, our staff is friendly, and our service is fast. Open Tuesday through Sunday, call ahead, order online, or just stop by. Enjoy our indoor dining for the full experience, or get takeout that the whole family will enjoy. We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied. China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, where tradition meets flavor.
Sunday. This is your day, so start it like you mean it.
Now let's go out there and do what we're supposed to do, baby.
Get locked in at 11 a.m. with Fox NFL Kickoff.
I'm excited to watch this game.
Then at noon, it's America's #1 pregame show as the best crew in the biz hype you up for a full day of football.
Bring it. I like it.
What a catch! Start the best day the best way with back-to-back pregame shows every Sunday on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. There is always a need for blood, and Hassan University's radio station and its students helped offset some of that need Wednesday with an on-campus blood drive. WHSN station manager Mark Nason says they hold the blood drive at least twice a year. And he says it does more than help fill the immediate need for blood. He says it's a way to encourage community involvement and create lifelong donors.
1 out of every 4 donors that we have here at our blood drives are first-time donors, and that's great because getting them in the first time is the biggest challenge. And then if they donate once, then they come back the next semester, they donate again.
Nason says donating is the kind of thing that's rewarding to your heart, and if you don't need blood now, you or someone you might know might need it in the future. You can make an appointment to donate at 1-800-RED-CROSS.
Law enforcement canines who have served and then passed away or were killed in the line of duty are now being memorialized in a very special way. And it's all thanks to a Saginaw County Sheriff's Sergeant. These sketches are the work of a Saginaw County detective named Sergeant Adam Temple, who is also a renowned criminal sketch artist. Canine Rook served in the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office. Maine State Police Canine Preacher was also killed in the line of duty in Portage Lake earlier this year. Sergeant Temple creates the sketches to hone his craft and to also honor the lost canines. And they're not just from Maine. Canine Ozzy served in Texas, and Canine Bolo was with the Asheville, North Carolina PD. The Saginaw County Sheriff's Office says grieving handlers are often surprised to receive the special tribute to their lost partners.
Eastern Maine Community College received a rather large donation from a local contractor company, about 25 tons in fact. On Wednesday, Sargent Corporation donated a Caterpillar 320 excavator to EMCC, which the company used for an estimated 70,000 hours. Sargent Assistant Equipment Manager Brandon Mace says the excavator is the cutting edge of electric and hydraulic heavy equipment and is exactly the kind of equipment EMCC students will need to know how to work on once they enter the workforce. Sargent Equipment Manager Tim Richards is an EMCC alum, though when he attended the school, it was known as Eastern Maine Vocational Technical Institute. He says this is a full circle moment and that this donation is a way to ensure the next generation has the knowledge they need to enter the workforce.
I mean, this is what we run on, our equipment and our vehicles, our trucks. You know, we need the technicians to help us keep that going so we can build out there.
Very neat. I wonder how many times that vehicle will be taken apart and put back together.
It's a really cool donation.
Yeah.
The time now is 8:18. After the break, Hurricane Imelda is storming through the Atlantic and is heading for one specific island.
We'll have the latest on that. Plus, it's day 2 of the government shutdown as the White House warns mass layoffs could be coming soon. Those stories and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
Blazing Trails, located in Lincoln, is your #1 trusted caregiver storefront. From personalized consultations to the highest quality product, Blazing Trails provides outstanding patient services to Eastern and Central Maine. Discover how we're blazing the trails to quality holistic medicine.
Whether it's supporting kids' flag football, volunteering as an EMT, mentoring our youth, or providing the children of our employees with scholarships, the New England Toyota dealers and the thousands of people we employ play a role in lifting up the community. Doing our part to make life a little better is, for us, what matters most. Toyota, let's go places.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow,
The quickest turnaround in the business, the Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
Let's go, baby! It's exciting to be here. The crowd, the atmosphere, this is what makes it special. The student body are out of their mind. You want a piece of us? This is what we do. Here we go. Touchdown. Yeah! Wow. Sensational.
Big noon kickoff, Saturdays on Fox.
Blazing Trails, located in Lincoln, is your #1 trusted caregiver storefront. From personalized consultations to the highest quality product, Blazing Trails provides outstanding patient services to Eastern and Central Maine. Discover how we're blazing the trails to quality holistic medicine.
A hurricane storming through the Atlantic had one island bracing for impact overnight. Hurricane Imelda was clocked in as a Category 2 storm on Wednesday as it headed toward the island of Bermuda. The hurricane was expected to dump heavy rains along with strong winds on the island. While Bermuda is known for its strong structures that have lasted through several storms, many schools, government offices, and its airport were all closed on Wednesday ahead of Imelda's landfall. The National Hurricane Center expected the heaviest winds to hit Bermuda this morning. In fact, it has since passed over. It kind of came ashore during the night, and it had winds packing, they were around 100 miles per hour. At this point, there's reports of widespread power outages, but fortunately no reports of any injuries or deaths there. And it has since
scary.
Yeah, it's scary. Imagine living there.
No.
It's lost some power though, and now it's heading out to sea. Fortunately, none of those storms, the Imelda or the storm that was along with it, no direct impacts on the U.S. But if you've been watching in recent days, boy, it caused quite a bit of damage down in the Carolinas. Yeah. Close enough. Yeah.
The time now is 8:22. Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Alrighty, here we go. Frost advisories posted until around 8 a.m. or so this morning. The winds have gone calm, and of course, we're under a mostly clear skies, so perfect recipe for frost to develop. A small craft advisory also posted until later on this morning, and some high surf alerts also posted as well, thanks to Hurricane Imelda that just went through Bermuda this morning, so wave heights are very active out there, 4 to 7 feet for us, but farther out towards sea, you can see those right there at around 12 to 13 feet. You can see the green right there, so of course the hurricane definitely stirring up the ocean this morning. Otherwise, again, not a whole lot going on for us on land. The sky is crystal clear thanks to high pressure. That's going to be our dominant feature for a while, keeping the entire Northeast rather quiet. And in fact, a good part of the U.S., not a whole lot going on at this moment in time. I can even pull the map further off towards the east. You can see the hurricane that just went through Bermuda, but really that's the only fanfare going on at this moment in time. So futurecast for us, again, rather boring coming up. Lots of sunshine for today. Some clouds passing through later on tonight. And then as we head towards tomorrow, again, a lot of sunshine to start things off here Friday. A few passing clouds. Once we head towards Friday night, clouds farther off towards the north. And even as we head towards your Saturday, some passing clouds. And that's about it. We got an update to our fall foliage map. We have peak colors in the northern parts and northwestern parts of the state, and a little bit more in the way of some to higher colors in other parts of the state. So enjoy the fall colors now while we still have them across our neck of the woods. So a forecast for today with a mostly sunny sky, highs in the low 60s and that north wind at about 5 miles per hour. By tonight, low 40s, partly cloudy, and that southwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, low 70s, mostly sunny, southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive. Partly cloudy Saturday with highs in the mid-70s, upper 70s Sunday under a mostly sunny sky. Partly cloudy Monday, highs in the low 80s.
Craving something delicious?
Welcome to High Street Market, located at 167 Enfield Road in Lincoln. Breakfast options? Grab a cup of coffee and try one of our sandwiches or burritos. When breakfast is over, we're just getting started. Pizza, subs, burgers, and pastries. Come get lost in Danny's Beer Cave. Order online and save 10% off your first order. High Street Market, where your taste buds go to party.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
Time to get clean!
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com.
Looking to power your home or business with efficiency and reliability? At Ideal Energy Solutions, we specialize in residential and commercial electrical services, heat pump installation and service, and are an authorized Generac dealer, built to keep you running in any weather. We're proud registered vendors with Efficiency Maine, from residential upgrades to commercial installations. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
When Blazing Trails located in Lincoln want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Blazing Trails is Lincoln's #1 trusted dispensary, providing outstanding product and customer service to Eastern and Central Maine.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, this morning it is day 2 of the government shutdown as the blame game intensifies. Democrats and Republicans again voted down each other's bills to reopen the federal government. It comes as the White House warns mass layoffs could come as early as today. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
With no signs of the government shutdown ending anytime soon, the Trump administration warns it could begin the unprecedented step of firing federal workers as soon as today.
Oh my God, it's terrible. The food is high, the electric bills and the gas bill, all of these things went up. So I'm already juggling paycheck to paycheck.
Millions of federal workers impacted, including more than 750,000 federal employees now furloughed. Vice President J.D. Vance in the briefing room blamed Democrats and warned mass layoffs could be coming. ABC's Mary Bruce pressed the vice president on why layoffs are necessary, since previous administrations only furloughed workers, a temporary move.
Why does the president want to fire some workers and not just furlough them? Why is this shutdown any different?
Well, first of all, we haven't made any final decisions about what we're going to do with certain workers. What we're saying is that we might have to take extraordinary steps, especially the longer this goes on.
Democrats have demanded that Republicans reverse cuts to Medicaid and extend expiring Obamacare subsidies so that health care premiums don't rise for millions of Americans next year.
The point is to say these people need their health care coverage, and the Democrats are willing to fight to protect access to health care. Republicans say they'd rather shut down the government than make sure that Americans get their access to health care. I think they're wrong.
The White House insisting the government needs to reopen before discussing health care policy, and now turning up the pressure, targeting projects in Democratic-leaning states, freezing $18 billion in infrastructure funding for New York City, home of both Democratic leaders Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, and blocking $8 billion for energy projects in 16 states that voted Democrat in the last presidential election. More Americans are seeing signs of the shutdown, with some parks and monuments now closed. As for negotiations, the Senate will not be back in session until Friday. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Rescuers are continuing to chip away at debris to save those who are still trapped after a school in Indonesia collapsed. Rescuers wearing hard hats crawling into tight passages of concrete rubble to reach the survivors days after they were trapped in Monday's collapse of an Islamic school's prayer hall in Indonesia. Some of the survivors were communicating with rescuers to free them. 5 students were rescued yesterday, but the effort is now really racing against the clock. Disaster officials say there are 59 people still buried in the rubble. The death toll was also confirmed to be 5 and not 6 after data was confirmed with local hospitals.
Now to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal and a top official from the Trump administration with some candid comments, now describing Epstein as, quote, the greatest blackmailer ever. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more.
This morning, President Trump's Commerce Secretary is speaking out about convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Howard Lutnick, who once lived next door to Epstein, telling a New York Post podcast Epstein once gave him a tour of his home.
I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me. Ooh. And he says, and the right kind of massage.
Lutnick says he broke ties with Epstein after that encounter. He says he believes Epstein got a favorable deal back in 2008 when Epstein pleaded guilty to 2 state prostitution charges, granting him and any potential co-conspirators immunity from federal prosecution. Lutnick then making this claim.
And what happened in that massage room, I assume was on video. This guy was the greatest blackmailer ever.
Suggesting without evidence that Epstein may have traded compromising videos of high-profile associates in exchange for leniency. Epstein ended up serving only 13 months in a county jail with work release privileges. The Justice Department and FBI have said there's no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, but House Democrats now want to speak with Lutnick.
We're very interested in understanding what exactly he knows, where those theories come from, and anyone, particularly if you're in the Trump administration and you are saying those comments so freely, you have to have additional information.
The push in Congress to release more of the Epstein files has been delayed by the government shutdown. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Morning breaks in central Gaza, where displaced Palestinians take shelter in tents. This morning, many Palestinians are seeking refuge in makeshift tents, bringing what belongings they can. Video shows rows of these tents stretching along the coast after displaced Palestinians walked along the Mediterranean in search of a new place to live. This comes as Israel is ramping up its effort to seize full control of Gaza City.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, many are remembering the life of Jane Goodall and all of her contributions to the environment.
We'll have that story and your pet of the week straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in? Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, October 2nd, 2025, and it is also National Fried Scallops Day.
When cooked right, scallops become the perfect melt-in-your-mouth delicacy. Scallops are mollusks and can swim in the water by rapidly closing and opening their shells using a mussel. That mussel is what usually is consumed by most humans. Maine scallop season gets underway in December and is highly regulated to protect the habitats and scallop populations.
I just love fried scallops. I like scallops just about any way.
Me too.
Yeah,
wrapped in bacon.
That's a good thing too.
That's the best way.
You could have that as a breakfast food. It's bacon and scallops.
That is true.
So make yourself some bacon wrapped scallops. All right, time for history. Let me cough first. I'm still getting over that cold, just kind of lingering there. All right. On this day in history, back in 1535, French explorer Jacques Cartier discovered Mount Royal, which is now known as Montreal, Canada. In 1902, the classic children's book, The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter was published in London. I remember my grandmother read that to us when we were little kids. In 1919, President Woodrow Wilson had a serious stroke at the White House, which left him paralyzed on his left side. And in 1950, Charles Schulz's Peanuts comic strip debuted here in the U.S. in just 7 papers. It was a big hit, though, and would eventually run in more than 2,600 newspapers. Some may not realize Schulz also named Charlie Brown's dog Sniffy. He wanted to name it Stiffy. Excuse me, still coughing here. He wanted to name it Sniffy and not Snoopy, but another comic dog already had that name.
I think Snoopy sounds better.
More appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah.
In 1962, U.S. ports were closed to nations that allowed ships to carry arms to Cuba. And in 1965, Gatorade was tested during a football game between the Florida Gators and the Louisiana Tigers. Developed in the University of Florida's own science lab, the drink was designed to fight dehydration and help restore an athlete's essential chemicals in their body. It wasn't a hit with players in the early days because it tasted so bad, but improvements were made and it is now widely used.
That's why they call it Gatorade, too, for the Florida Gators.
Right, I learned that today.
Yeah.
And in 1976, Thurgood Marshall became the first African-American to join the U.S. Supreme Court. He served 24 years until his retirement in 1991. And lastly, in 1985, Hollywood icon Rock Hudson became the first U.S. celebrity to die from the AIDS virus.
Today's birthdays include rocker Sting, who is 74 today, TV personality Kelly Ripa is 55, and the great actress Julie Andrews turns 90 years old today. And so many big hits over the years.
Yes. Let's turn things back over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment. 922-2043. Alrighty, here we go. We have a frost advisory posted until later on this morning. The winds in these areas have gone calm and the sky is clear. Perfect recipe for frost to develop. We also have a small craft advisory up until later on this morning. Some high surf alerts as well, with a hurricane further out towards sea. Imelda definitely stirring up the ocean. On land, high pressure keeping us in dominant control, so the sky is crystal clear this morning. A lot of sunshine will be on the way yet again. The northeast very quiet this morning. Farther down toward the south will steer the map. That's Imelda right there. Just went through Bermuda, so definitely stirring up the ocean this morning for us. Meanwhile, futurecast, a lot of sunshine on the way for us today, with a partly cloudy sky coming up later on tonight and the sunshine on the way again as we head towards your Friday. Hourly forecast moving forward for today. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures not as warm, only into the 60s during the afternoon. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Amazon announces an expansion of its grocery brand to make food essentials more affordable for consumers. The company launched Amazon Grocery on Wednesday. The new private label grocery collection will feature more than 1,000 items from produce to meat. The company says most items under the label will cost under $5. The new label merges Happy Belly and Amazon Fresh brands into one grocery lineup. You never have to leave your house again.
I know.
If you don't want to.
Get it all delivered.
Get everything delivered, yeah.
Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
And we'll meet our pet of the week. Don't go away.
Dreaming of a new garage or custom build? Patriot Landscaping and Construction delivers from frame to finish. Expert craftsmanship, durable designs, and quality you can trust. We get it done right. Call Patriot Landscaping and Construction today. Let's build your future together.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
And we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
Dreaming of a new garage or custom build? Patriot Landscaping and Construction delivers from frame to finish. Expert craftsmanship, durable designs, and quality you can trust, we get it done right. Call Patriot Landscaping and Construction today. Let's build your future together.
You're going to learn what it's like to be in our reality.
I can't breathe.
I'm stuck!
I didn't want to go home.
Special Forces, all new tonight on Fox.
Welcome back in, folks. We'll start with another big one at Yankee Stadium as the Red Sox look to close out the New York Yankees. Aaron Judge looks on. He's been known to struggle a little bit in October, but Ben Rice is going to do the work for him in the first. He launches a line drive over the short porch to put the Yankees up 2-0. In the third now, with the bases loaded, Trevor Story lines out to shallow center field to even things up at 2. We're going to see more from Story later on. In the bottom of the fifth, it's Judge. He's going to poke one to left field. It's going to look like Duran is there to make the catch, but it hits off the bottom of his glove, and the Yankees take a 3-2 lead as you get another look at it. Crucial error for Duran there, but Trevor Story would have his back. Next frame, he launches a home run over the left field wall to tie this one up at 3. Top of the seventh now. Bases loaded. Can Story do it again? Hits one to deep center, but it's not deep enough as the Yankees get out of that jam. Bottom of the eighth now, 2 out. The catcher, Austin Wells, hits one down the right field line. That's a fair ball, and Jazz Chisholm shows off the speed, scoring all the way from first. His run would be the decider to force a Game 3 tomorrow night. Here's Cora on Whitlock's longest relief outing of the year.
And that was a lot of pitches for Whitlock. Was that more than you intended to use him necessarily?
Yeah, but at that point, we're all in, right? He's one of our best pitchers, you know. He just got up there, but we were doing everything possible to get to the top of the ninth with a tie game.
Some missed opportunities from the Sox in that one. Do or die Game 3 on Thursday night. We'll bring it back up to Orono, where Maine Hockey has named their captains for the upcoming season. Assistant captain from last year, Thomas Friel, along with standout defenseman Brandon Holt, will wear the C for the Black Bears this year. Both say it's an honor to be awarded the letter and to join a legendary list of Black Bear captains.
It means a lot, you know. I mean, I've been here now for 4 years, and I've played with a lot of great leaders that have kind of helped me become who I am, and I know there's so much history of great leadership here in Maine, so it's an honor and a great opportunity to try and carry that on.
It's a really cool honor. Obviously, I've been lucky enough to have some really awesome captains since I've been here, and when you look back at it, some of the captains of this program in the past, some amazing names achieved some really great things, and so to be given that honor, it's awesome.
Head coach Ben Barr says the way both Holt and Friel show up to the rink every day is what resulted in them earning those coveted letters.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are guys that consistency, like that's kind of what you're looking for, and you know, they got to be their own people, and they will be. They can't change who they are, but like their effort and their attitude consistently the whole time they've been here has been awesome. So, and that's not that other guys aren't, but you know, that those guys kind of encapsulate everything that we try to be.
The Black Bears take on a rival New Hampshire in an exhibition game on Friday night down at Bowdoin College. NBA training camps are underway, and down in Dallas, Maine's pride and joy, Cooper Flagg, is showing out. As the #1 overall pick, Flagg has impressed so far, which shouldn't surprise anyone considering his showing with the Olympic team just last summer. The 18-year-old is mature beyond his years, and he says he's taking it one step at a time.
I'm excited. Just trying to take it one step at a time, enjoy every process, every step of the way, so I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm really excited.
Flag has found himself on a star-studded team with former NBA champions such as Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and Klay Thompson. His team's veterans are impressed with Flag's work ethic thus far.
The thing I'm most impressed by with Cooper is he did not sit out one drill. He is in incredible shape. He's got great stamina. He's only 18 years old, making a huge impact. I'm just excited for his future, but he can also help us so much right now.
Proud. You know, he's going out there, he's being a sponge. He's learning a lot. He's learning on the fly. No matter if he's getting things right or wrong, he's being a sponge. He's being very vocal, he's being very confident, and that's what we love.
High praise from some of the league's top players. That's all that's happening for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
I was hurt in a bad motorcycle accident. I tried to handle it on my own, but I could tell quickly I was in way over my head. The other driver's insurance company was very difficult to work with. That's why I decided to call Joe. Smartest move I ever made. I went from being completely overwhelmed with doctor's appointments and medical bills to feeling normal again. Joe Bornstein's office took care of everything. I was completely satisfied with the outcome, and I wish I'd called sooner.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At C&R Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the C&R promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with C&R Carpet Cleaning.
Hi, I'm Tony Hafford from TC Hafford Basement Systems, the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. Since 1991, over 15,000 Maine homeowners have trusted TC Hafford Basement Systems to fix their basements. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basement-y.
Pet of the Week is brought to you by Women First for Child.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we are here for our Pet of the Week segment with Catherine Ravenscroft from the Bangor Humane Society.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Who is this little baby?
This is Gaia.
I've got a new best friend.
Oh my gosh, she is the sweetest. I love a girl cat, but girl cats do tend to be a little more reserved. They're not quite as openly affectionate as some boy cats can be, but this girl is an exception to that sort of informal rule. She is an absolute sweetheart. Look at the little bit of white on the tip of her tail. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. So she came to us, she was surrendered. There was a person in the community who absolutely loves cats. They were all very well taken care of, but she had way too many cats and had to surrender some. And I think that's best for everyone. It was the right choice. So this is one of several cats that came to us at the same time, and they are all sort of this buff tabby, and they're all just friendly and sweet.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say.
She's been cuddling up ever since she came in here today.
I know.
Oh,
she loves it, and she's so curious, and yeah, but she's just an absolute doll. Yeah. She'll nibble on your nose, kiss your nose and your chin, and
she's so cute.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
She looks just like my little dude at home too. So
you know, it could be fate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll give them to you because otherwise I won't ever want.
You're gonna get to. I know. I feel the same way.
In my microphone
there
cable.
we go.
There
you did it.
Right,
so she just had her spay surgery yesterday, so she'll be going up on the site within the next couple of days. So
Really?
just keep an eye out. I expect that once she's available, she'll be on the floor for about 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking for a cat that's going to love you instantly, here you go, right
This
there.
is the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
she
perfect.
is a sweetheart. So, yeah.
Hey, you had some big news this week. You get your big fundraiser this week, and we've been reporting it throughout the morning, Paws on Parade, but there's some changes this year.
Some important changes, yeah. And that's the reason that I brought a cat today as well. Usually Paws on Parade week, I always bring a dog, but this week we are taking some precautions because parvovirus has reared its ugly head in the community. There have been some confirmed cases in Bangor and in Brewer. It's a highly contagious disease that affects dogs. It affects their gastrointestinal tract. If it gets into a puppy and the puppy is unvaccinated, it can affect their heart. It's a very dangerous disease.
It's safe just to keep dogs away from each other right now.
That's the thing, because it can be tracked anywhere, even if your dog is immunized, it could put others at risk. And so it's just better to err on the side of caution and say no dogs. But we're going to have all kinds of dog focused games and prizes that we're going to be doing. Please, maybe wear a t-shirt with your dog's picture on it. Bring a poster to carry when we walk that has pictures of your dog on it. We're going to be doing a costume contest, a virtual costume contest. Bring pictures of your dog on your phone. We always want to look at pictures of your dog, right? Like, that's the whole point. So there will be ways to include your pet, even if you can't bring your pet.
And it's so important, too. I mean, you're caring for thousands of animals every year, including little guys like this.
Exactly, exactly. And that's the whole point, is just making sure that the animals in our community that need us, you know, are protected. And that means not just shelter animals, means everybody's animals. So we think it's the most responsible thing, and I think we're going to have a good time.
I think Janessa's in love now too.
I know.
You've got a little friend. She's like the perfect
not
little
to be.
kitty.
She is. And honestly, if you've got a cat that doesn't mind being out in public and can handle a crowd, this is your year to bring a cat to Paws on Parade.
No dogs to chase them around.
Exactly. So make sure they're secured, but bring along your other pets.
All right, Catherine, thank you, and hopefully you get a huge turnout this weekend.
I hope so,
It's going to be great weather for it, too.
Beautiful.
Speaking of weather, let's turn things back over to Devin for another look at that.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Alrighty, here we go. Frost advisories posted until around 8 a.m. or so this morning. The winds have gone calm, and of course, we're under a mostly clear skies, so perfect recipe for frost to develop. A small craft advisory also posted until later on this morning, and some high surf alerts also posted as well, thanks to Hurricane Imelda that just went through Bermuda this morning. So wave heights are very active out there, 4 to 7 feet for us, but farther out towards sea, you can see those right there at around 12 to 13 feet. You can see the green right there. So of course, the hurricane definitely stirring up the ocean this morning. Otherwise, again, not a whole lot going on for us on land. The sky is crystal clear thanks to high pressure. That's going to be our dominant feature for a while, keeping the entire Northeast rather quiet. And in fact, a good part of the U.S., not a whole lot going on at this moment in time. I can even pull the map further off towards the east. You can see the hurricane that just went through Bermuda, but really that's the only fanfare going on at this moment in time. So futurecast for us, again, rather boring coming up. Lots of sunshine for today. Some clouds passing through later on tonight. And then as we head towards tomorrow, again, a lot of sunshine to start things off for your Friday. A few passing clouds. Once we head towards Friday night, clouds farther off towards the north. And even as we head towards your Saturday, some passing clouds. And that's about it. We got an update to our fall foliage map. We have peak colors in the northern parts and northwestern parts of the state, and a little bit more in the way of some to higher colors in other parts of the state. So enjoy the fall colors now while we still have them across our neck of the woods. So a forecast for today with a mostly sunny sky, highs in the low 60s and that north wind at about 5 miles per hour. By tonight, low 40s, partly cloudy, and that southwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, low 70s, mostly sunny, southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast, brought to you by Quality Automotive. Partly cloudy Saturday with highs in the mid-70s, upper 70s Sunday under a mostly sunny sky. Partly cloudy Monday, highs in the low 80s.
As a hybrid pioneer, followed by years of refinement, Toyota has earned praise for creating the most advanced and reliable hybrid system. Now with more hybrid all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models than any other brand. Like the 2025 all-wheel drive Prius Hybrid with exceptional comfort and an up to 567-mile total driving range. So see your New England Toyota dealer, your hybrid all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
John Brown first opened his own appliance store in Ellsworth in 1976. With his gift of storytelling, a strong work ethic, and a philosophy of putting others first, John and his wife and children saw the business prosper and grow. Today's third and fourth generation of family and their entire team continue to follow the example set by their grandparents and parents. Brown Appliance and Mattress, High Street, Ellsworth, a family tradition of quality, value, and customer service that always puts you first.
Time to get clean!
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com.
When Maine Paving wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Maine Paving provides outstanding paving and seal coating services to eastern and central Maine. Currently booking for the 2025 season. Call today for a free estimate.
You know Matt pretty well. Did he give you any advice?
He said that I should use 26 words or more.
When every word counts.
Trash panda.
Raccoon.
You had me a trash panda.
That was gangster. It pays to choose wisely.
Wed, Thurs.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We just won it! 25 words or less every weekday.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
In, celebrating the life of influential primatologist Jane Goodall. Goodall, who became famous for her work with chimpanzees, passed away Wednesday of natural causes. Her time living amongst chimps in Tanzania in 1960 and the discoveries she made during that journey gave her worldwide fame and also inspired generations of animal lovers.
I think one of the things that Jane Goodall is most well known for was her ability to relate wildlife to people and to empower people to take action for wildlife. There's this iconic photo of her and one of her chimpanzees, Flint, and she's reaching out to Flint and Flint is reaching back to her, and it just, I think, was such a powerful image of showing that we share this world with wildlife and we need to do all we can to protect them.
Jane Goodall was 91 years old.
Meanwhile, a local golf course is launching a fundraiser for a new flagpole. Coinciding with the Maine Veterans Project Golf Scramble on Friday, October 3rd, which is tomorrow, the Rocky Knoll Country Club will launch a campaign to raise $25,000 for a 60-foot flagpole. The country club previously flew its flag on a cell tower on its property, but last year the tower was converted into a 5G supported structure, which changed the shape and prevented the flagpole from flying properly. Clubhouse manager Sally White says the flag had become something of an icon, and its absence has been felt over the past year, prompting this new project.
It's been something that people recognized, players, non-players, people from the road, even people from the sky, even flying in to Bangor International, have seen the flag. It's been a symbol of, you know what we stand for here and for our country, and it's been something we love to have here.
If you can't make to the scramble this Friday, White says a link to donate can be found on the Rocky Knoll Facebook page.
Good luck to them.
Thank you all for joining us this morning. That is all the time we have left.
Thanks for being there, everyone. Have a great day.